everything is miserable. It's raining. It's dark.
Yeah.
And every single alien species we come across is the most terrifying being that possibly imaginable.
As the number one way that this has cemented to me that yes, this can work as a TV show is they've not pulled any punches on expanding the lore, on giving us new ideas.
Yep.
In all kinds of ways. Like you've got new kinds of synthetics.
Yep.
Not just like one new kind, you've got like two new kinds. You've got like the cyborg amalgamation. It's not playing it safe at all. You've got the cyborg amalgamations. You've got this whole amazing idea which we really need to dig into of like children going into adult bodies as a way for this company to try and like cheat death. Yeah. Whereas like, you know, if David had like, I don't know, like dyed his hair blonde and then shaved it to a 0 and had like Eminem music videos on and that was the guy that he really idolized.
Yeah, it'd be so weird.
Then that would be really weird. Oh Christ!
Can't wait to. Anyway,
Christ. Oh. Breathe on the back of a horse's neck, and he'll trust you for life, but you have to get close. I think it was horse's nose. Maybe I got that wrong.
Yeah.
Fuck. Well, let's not call the whole thing off. That was, of course, David from the third best alien movie of all time. I'll let you comment below. Yeah. Great movie. Underrated. We're back. Had a little stint off, didn't we? Various things going on, life things, holidays. But we're back week to week for Alien Earth. And I think there's also going to be crossover with Peacemaker. We can't review one show by itself. We have to review like two things at the same time, like Andor and Doctor Who, or like Daredevil. And
so
Andor.
true.
So
it's like movies as well. They all come up on at the same time.
Yeah. But yeah, Alien Earth double premiere, and then weekly. Peacemakers this week, but like thankfully it's just one episode. I always prefer it when they just drop one episode. It really annoys me because also as well, like it annoys me in terms of like the episodes have been structured so you get a beginning, middle, and end, and then you wait next week. It completely defeats the point when they just like double it up. Yeah. And sometimes when they double it up in like random ways, like what was it, Daredevil? There was like a double episode drop in the middle of the season.
Yeah, that's weird. I get it doing it at the start. I get doing 2 at the start. Yeah. I understand that, but. Yeah, it's weird doing it in the middle. It's really weird.
But it should work that you do it week to week on the strength of the show alone.
I agree. Also, I don't get from a marketing standpoint or just a show standpoint, like, do you not want the show to be in the conversation longer? Because I feel like when people binge it, I feel like no one talks about it after like a week after.
I feel like people are so ravenous now, like they need to almost sell it on like 2-episode premiere. Yeah. Like you get 3 episodes of The Boys as soon as it drops, like to get people in.
100%. And also because people want a bit. Because I hear so many people now that are like, oh, I'll just wait until they're all out so I can binge them. I'm like, I don't get that. Like, I'm itching to know what's happening.
Yeah. I think I feel that way if I'm underwhelmed. Like Severance season 2 got to the point where I was like halfway through the season, I was like, I think I'm just going to wait to binge it now. Yeah. Because it was getting slow burn and I was getting a bit frustrated week to week. Yeah. Whereas something like this or like The Boys or Peacemaker, it's like you're getting a bit of action every week. Yeah. It's fine. I'll wait a week. Yeah. But yeah, having said that, Alien Earth, the first ever Alien TV show, big budget. Again, we're seeing the holdovers of like the big streaming bubble before it burst, because this has been in development for years, isn't it? Yeah. And it's got a budget that looks like it's been in development for years. It's got like a movie tier budget. It's got some big name actors in it, like Timothy Olyphant. Although, having said that, I guess everyone else is kind of TV.
Yeah, you've got Michael Smiley.
TV actor though. Well,
yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, he's not a movie star. Yeah.
Shout out Kill List.
Yeah. There's a couple of Free Fire cast members in this. I feel like.
Who else is Free Fire in this?
The other guy. I need to remember the characters' names. Is the problem. I recognise them. I was like, I'm pretty sure they're both in. Free Fire.
Okay, cool. And then obviously we've got Carl Chandler's nepo baby daughter, Sydney Chandler. I saw an interview with her and Timothy Olyphant, and I was just like, your dad's Green Lantern, and it's probably going to be fine, but I really want that guy next to you to be Green Lantern.
Yeah, 100%.
But yeah, it's 8 parts, and it's Noah Hawley, of course, did Fargo, Legion. Yep. Did a couple of films that I haven't seen but weren't received very well. Yeah. Like Lucy in the Sky, something else. Yeah. He's more of a TV guy, I think. Yeah, seems to be where he's at home. And it's set just before the first Alien. Thankfully, not before Prometheus, because that was what was announced.
That was bothering us
a while ago. Yeah, and like I know a lot of people are like, they don't like the Alien prequels, wipe them away. Who cares? But it always kind of annoys me because it's like some people like them. If enough people like them, just leave it. Do you know what I mean? Just like you also like something like Alien, you can always just set it in another part of the galaxy and have a completely new cast of characters meet the xenomorph, you don't need to overwrite anything.
No.
So I was gonna, and I know you feel the same. Like I would have watched it, but I would have been like, I don't consider it canon.
No, yeah, I'd have been annoyed.
Even if I don't like Prometheus and Covenant, which I do.
Yeah.
Even if I didn't like those things, just on principle, it's just so like.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck off.
Yeah.
Why are you like writing over someone else's work? It's a bit different if it was overwriting Alien 3. That's completely different. But yeah, so this is
specifically the opening of Alien 3.
yeah. Oh, you like those characters, right? Well, here's a massive slap in the face. But yeah, so it's an 8-part series, new cast of characters, set just before the first Alien. And it's focusing on a new company we've not met before called Prodigy, which is owned by the world's first trillionaire, who's like a tech douche.
Boy genius, they keep calling
him. Yeah, boy genius. And we're going to see Weyland-Yutani are part of the story. And it's kind of about company warfare.
Yep.
But also this really massive, interesting idea, which we'll get into once I've finished kind of surmising it, I guess, is there's 3 sort of categories of synthetic that are in this kind of like intelligence race and whoever builds the perfect synthetic to usher humanity in a new age will probably be the dominant company in the universe. And the combinations are, you've got synthetic, which is completely android, cyborg, which is human and synthetic,
limbs,
and then you've got this new thing which I think they're called hybrids, where it's downloading consciousness of a person into a synthetic, which we've never seen before in Alien, as far as I know. I mean, I don't know if there's any comic books or any expanded media that's done anything like that. But yeah, so there's a lot of cool new ideas on display, and also we've got the kind of the more top line, high concept, fun idea of there's all these like dangerous creatures on an ark.
Yes.
That are not just a xenomorph, but other cool new creatures. So we're expanding the universe in lots of different ways, lateral ways, as well as like, just like the horror itself.
Yeah. The only thing I would say, I was just thinking about the hybrids. I guess the closest else is, I guess, Ripley being cloned in Resurrections.
Yeah, but she's blood in those. Yeah. But
there feels like there's some links.
It's like
especially with the. Well, I don't know how much we want to spoil.
We'll go into full spoilers.
Yeah.
But just in summary. Did you like it?
So far, so good. I was initial thoughts. I was blown away by the production design and the visuals. First thoughts. I was quite. The whole time I kept thinking, how are we going to do Alien on TV? And it started, and I was like, oh, this looks like it came out of the first movie from the opening shot. Like even the cast of characters they had in the opening shot. And it was the design of the old ship that we'd seen before, like that. All of that, I was blown away by. I was like, wow, this looks incredible. Like, dare I say, at times look better than some parts in Romulus. And I was like, this is on TV. This is wild.
I really like the mood of Romulus, and I think it is really a gorgeous visual package.
Yeah.
I think it felt a bit TV to me, but I still think it looks amazing.
But I think that's in the writing.
Yes, well, I was going to say to you, there's something about it that does feel a bit like old school TV before the streaming bubble, like the rock songs playing at the end, and it does feel a bit TV in like the way the situation's unfolding, rather than like a stretched out movie. Like it was giving me like Sarah Connor Chronicle vibes in like a good way. Yeah, I agree with it. It's probably the writing that makes it feel more TV.
For me, like visually, and particularly the second episode for me, I was like, oh, okay. We're at a TV. We're still a TV show, and I think that's because of the writing and particularly like as you noted the end, the way it ends with that music. I was like, that's kind of weird.
Do you think in a good way though?
Yes and no. I wasn't sure about that song playing at the end of that moment.
I kind of dug it.
I get it, but it felt like a weird moment to do that with. Like I wouldn't mind maybe they're doing a song with something else, but it was just a weird I was like really dramatic just happened. Let's play an upbeat like kind of poppy rock song.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is weird. Like, I feel like it was supposed to be quite dramatic, which just happened a minute ago. But
then at the same time, I do like that because we know the brother's not going to die immediately.
Yeah.
So,
that's true.
Yeah, make it more of a rock song. It's like, we're out on some hijinks.
Yeah.
She's going to go grab him back. But yeah, I I was intrigued by how could we do Alien on TV, because I feel like particularly with horror, the pacing of a horror and the fact that it is like a contained 2-hour experience is what makes it scary and what makes it like tense. And I do think stretching something out to 8 hours or whatever, you risk like puncturing a hole in all the horror. So it was less would they be able to like replicate the production design of the movies, and more so for me, like would they be able to like give me a reason to care and make the writing sing in a way that fits Alien but also fits an 8-hour TV show.
I agree, and I think also the whole idea of like every Alien movie is usually about, we see the start of how the alien works up until its final form by the end, and this it's like we get that immediately. So
which is a wise choice.
It was a wise choice and also interesting.
I feel like it's the number one way that this has cemented to me that yes, this can work as a TV show is they've not pulled any punches on expanding the lore, on giving us new ideas, in all kinds of ways. Like you've got new kinds of synthetics, not just like one new kind. You've got like 2 new kinds. You've got like the cyborg amalgamation. It's not playing it safe at all. You've got the cyborg amalgamations. You've got this whole amazing idea, which we really need to dig into, of like children going into adult bodies as a way for this company to try and like cheat death. Which again ties into Romulus, because like Romulus, Weyland-Yutani's way of doing that was the Prometheus goo, trying to inject it into people to make them like their bodies actually stronger. And then you've got like Prodigy over here going, well, fuck that. We're actually just going to like put people's consciousness into these already perfect synthetic bodies that we've created. Great idea. There's so much to mine from that. Definitely. And then you've also got, we've seen the xenomorph, but you've seen the xenomorph a million times. Here's a load of new creatures. Like, I don't need the series to just show me xenomorphs. I mean, maybe some people disagree, but I know you agree. Like, to me, Predator is part of that canon. And the space jockeys are part of that canon. So there's already like other alien creatures out there. So why not? Fuck it. Like, give me these awesome bugs that like straining all the blood out of you.
Like eyeballs and
the eyeball creature is so awesome.
Yeah, I'm so excited where that goes. And I've heard from a few synopses that it's implying that there's something bigger than the xenomorph in this series. That's what
I absolutely think.
And I think and it seems like that whatever that eyeball thing is going to turn into something nasty.
I'm intrigued as well to see like A, where did those things come from, and B, like what's the kind of. I don't think these things are going to be tied together by lore. Like, I don't think we're going to find out it all came from the Prometheus goo. I don't think that's what he's going for. I think we're going to get it tied together by theme, which is 100%. Way more interesting.
I agree.
You've got Timothy Oliphant's synthetic talking about like how animals, what it means to be an animal, and like talking about the scorpion, and like what do you think that scorpion thinks being towered over by giants? And I think we're going to dig into like what it means to separate someone from being a human versus being an animal. In the same way, like David admired the xenomorph as being like this perfect creature unburdened by morality. So I think we're going to dig into all that stuff in an interesting way, and we're going to use these new creatures, which are going to give you like bang for your buck. To demonstrate that. I loved second episode. The cat comes out. Disemboweled. And it's got this like giant eyeball, and it's the creature popping out, and like obviously like where that creature could go is going to be so interesting, because obviously it's going to end up possessing a human, isn't it, at some point? I'm wondering as well, is he going to get a xenomorph? Like big cycloptic eye.
No, this is what I mean. I feel like Sank's. There's going to be some sort of a bit like what happened again in Romulus. This combination of a few things to do with the xenomorph. I also really like this. Is it Babu character? The guy who was in the ship at the start.
The cyborg.
Yeah, I'm really intrigued with like where that's going as well.
Because he's an arsehole.
Yeah, but also like I feel like I just feel like the show's gonna maybe play on the maybe he isn't as well. I feel like with little hints.
Well, what's interesting is that because he's human with cyborg parts, he's kind of like our standard like synthetic Ace in the Hole character, like Ash or or David, where it's like they're kind of up to no good.
But this time, rescue him.
But it was for his own game.
But also, he could have let him. I don't know. I'm intrigued by that. I'm intrigued.
Oh, I see. Like he could have eaten him and then just got him.
Then got him.
Yeah, it's interesting. But I loved that scene where he welded the door, let her get eaten, and then he was like going for the escape pod just as the alien came in.
Yeah, that was sick.
That was awesome.
That was really cool. And parallels Alien when he tries to do that. And it fails because of Ripley, but obviously we saw that version play out. Actually how it would have gone down.
But it's not in like a J.J. Abrams way, where we're just retreading the beats.
No.
Like, there's some visual callbacks in the start, and like obviously like the ship is very similar to the Nostromo. But I love immediately the rest of this, even less so than like what Romulus was, which I do think is a bit of an Alien: The Force Awakens. This is, here's a new idea. We're going to a new place. We're seeing Earth. Like, here's Neverland. Like, here's all these cool new things. Like, I feel like there's more than enough juicy material to last for 8 episodes. And I get why Romulus was what it was on the big screen.
Yeah, it was a safe bet.
Yes, and I think that's like for the Alien novice.
Yeah.
This is for people like you and me.
This is for hardcores.
Yeah, we love Alien. We've seen every single movie a million times. And like now, like, you know, let's expand the lore.
Yeah. I saw Noah Hawley in an interview describe Ridley Scott's Alien films in a way that I thought was like perfect, and I think immediately got me excited about this series. He said that Ridley Scott's Alien films are about the fear of humans past with the xenomorphs and the fear of what we're going to create in the future. And I was like, that is exactly what they're about. And I just never thought about it in that way. It's like, yeah, we've got these synthetics, these AI things that, like, in some movies they turn against us. In most movies they turn against us. In others they don't. And, like, our past in this other thing that's this ancient being that's kind of, that's coming after us. And I just thought, I immediately that said to me, I'm like, okay, this guy knows exactly what the series needs to be. I also saw him describe Oliphant as, like, usually, you know, synthetics are like played by like British actors, and he's like probably one of the first American, well, other than Bishop, I guess.
And I guess, but like, Winona Ryder, but also crucially, that is true because all the evil synthetics are usually British. Yeah. Not that he's evil, like we haven't really gotten his true motivations yet, but he's definitely unsettling.
Yes, exactly.
And now he's an American one.
Yeah, and he was saying as well, and I think it's so true. He was like, Oliphant's got this thing, a bit like I think Fassbender has as well, where you kind of immediately like him before you've even given more of a character of him.
Yes.
So like already you're pulled in to this person, and then that gives you leeway to like go where you can go, and the audience will follow him. And
yeah, because there's something so entertaining about the synthetics in this universe.
Yes.
I also always liked that this universe is tangentially, kind of almost canonically in the same universe as Blade Runner. You know, we've had Tyrell written in as a corporation, like text as Easter eggs in other films like Prometheus, and then they talk about the 5 companies that are controlling everything. I'm like, and obviously with replicants, that's like synthetics. So I think definitely one of those companies is Tyrell, at least in my brain. The other companies, Weyland-Yutani.
A lot of people I saw speculating online saying that they think that's what this one is. It becomes Tyrell Corporation.
Oh, Prodigy?
Yeah, apparently.
Oh, very interesting.
Very interesting, yeah. I don't know. Obviously, I haven't looked into whether that's plausible or not. But
yeah. I mean, I don't need it to all be a setup for something.
No,
one of the things I really like about the Alien vs. Predator like universe is that it's not like necessarily like, and then Ripley's going to meet Rain, who's going to meet like this new character, and we're all going to team up. It's like, it's just like that it's in there, tied thematically, and there's Easter eggs. I don't need.
The world just sucks.
Yeah, I don't need Ryan Gosling's replicant to like start shooting xenomorphs, like whatever. But but it's just cool that this whole idea, and it's alive in Blade Runner, is like, you know, it sucks for humanity to try and live in the future and to try and go out across the stars and to try and like, you know, prosper.
Like everything is miserable. It's raining. It's dark. Yeah. And every single alien species we come across is the most terrifying being that possibly imaginable.
As they say in Romulus, like, we were not built to do this.
Yes,
But one thing I do think is a good way of tying it together in with Blade Runner is that Timothy Olyphant synthetic. I'm getting massive Roy Batty vibes, like the hair, the way it's all like he looks like Roy Batty.
He does,
So that I definitely feel like that is purposely being evoked there. Great design for the character, and just the synthetics across the board, everything we're getting with them. I just love that. Like, for me, any Alien property now needs to acknowledge that the synthetics are the most interesting thing about the whole franchise.
Yeah.
And we're doing that. We did that with David with Covenant. Yeah. We're doing that here. I love the idea of these adult actors playing. They're playing 12, aren't they? They're all playing children, and like they're getting excited. They're making silly jokes, and like, you know, like that one guy where she's like, "Don't say to my brother that I'm his sister," and then he's like, "Oh, by the way, this is your sister," and you know, like they're just doing things that like kids would do.
Yeah.
And I also love that, you know, the trillionaire talks about like how kids are kind of like the whole everything encompasses a child is like your potential, and they were all like dying or sick, and to get given this like new body that is like not only like healthy but
yeah.
like super powered essentially, and seeing kids react to that is a really interesting way to go about it. It's really cool. It's a really cool idea, and I think we're just starting to mine how interesting that's going to be. Like when they go out on that mission, they're not equipped for this. I keep thinking like, yeah, they're a group of synthetics, but you've literally gone, yeah, send these children in.
No, I kept thinking about that. I was like, yeah, they're still children. Like it's still. And like
they act like kids.
There's that scene with the lady when she's freaking out because it's like, well, yeah, she's a kid. Like,
and the other guy where he's like traps the eye monster. And he's like,
yeah, exactly.
He's like, Kirsch, come in here.
Yeah,
like
the adult.
Yeah,
come in. Yeah, it's true. It's funny though because I kept thinking they've got these kind of superpowers, don't they? And the only time I feel like we've seen that is with the clone Ripley, right? So that's what I was thinking at the start. I was like, is this kind of what they eventually build into? Like just completely cloning one for one almost.
David is... we see his
he's got
his
that
strength.
that's true, yeah.
There have been some upgrades.
That is true, yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but I like that about it.
It launches them across the thing.
Yeah. I'm going to do to you exactly what I did to her.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why it ties into that comment that Noah Hawley made about the Ridley Scott movies. Is like, the fear of what we're going to create as much as the fear of what we've already created.
Yeah. Well, it's chilling when the scientists are like, we've beaten death. And it's I guess in a way they kind of have, because these kids, like, they keep talking about like how, in a way which like kids would not think twice about this, like they wouldn't be horrified in the same way adults are. The way they're just like, yeah, I guess we're not going to die now.
Yeah.
And it's also like, I just think they nailed that of like, if you were a kid and you got given this body, you would go, yeah, well, I mean, the only way we're going to die is if, like, we explode. If someone, like, flattens us. Like, other than that, like, they're all, like, laughing about it. It's like, the implications of this are horrifying. They don't care. They're 12, you know? Like, and, like, that one character, we over the course of reviewing it each week, we'll know everyone's names. But right now, I'm like, I think it's the ginger girl.
Yes.
That had, like, a terminal illness where she's just like, I'm just happy not to die.
Like,
not to be sick. Like, and then... her saying like, you know, I miss baths, and like Sydney Chandler's character like Wendy, like I miss eating. It's kind of fucked up. Like they've had their humanity kind of stripped from them at the same time. Fantastic.
Also, I wonder, like, we don't see again. I don't remember the character's name. The ginger lady's face after
the hybrid.
Yeah. We don't see her face after the thing got on it.
We do. She's hiding in the corner with a knife.
But isn't she like this though?
I think she's okay,
Because I was just thinking, like, I don't know what the fuck these things do yet.
Well, it's interesting with the synthetics because I guess if the eye thing did burrow into them, it wouldn't be able to control them in the same way, or would it? Maybe. Who knows?
Also, the cyborg guy having the blade in his hand,
and like the welding torch.
Yeah.
So this is cool because it's like, cool. I think the cyborg is the messiest synthetic because they're the most human. But they've also got these like upgraded parts, but they're not like a perfect specimen in the same way like a synthetic is, where its whole body is mechanical. It kind of reminds me of the dichotomy between in Upgrade, the Lee Winnell, with like STEM. The STEM is like the perfect distillation of like man and machine, and then you've got the ex-soldiers. They're a bit more scrappy, aren't they? They've got like the gun arms and like these like weird. Like more like scrappy upgrades. I feel like that's kind of what the cyborg is in this universe.
Definitely. Weirdly, I feel like another franchise you could put into this world.
They could all like just fit. Yeah.
That's so funny.
And I just
that gun he had where it shot the it almost looked like something from the Aliens, like the webs in Aliens, like the way it captured. I thought
also
that was
really
cool.
awesome, like the kind of class consciousness of like these aristocrats being like, well, there's no problem. And then they immediately get decimated. That was great. Also, when he's dragging along on the ground like the cat, half eaten, isn't he? That was great.
When he's swinging around when he's stuck his extra tongue thing through the guy's head, and he's just swinging around, the guns flying everywhere. Oh, that's what I want to talk about. The xenomorph. Love that there's practical shots of the xenomorph, a person in a costume. Love that.
Yes.
Fucking, that's brilliant. And I love that they're mixing it with the CGI one. I'm like, that's great. I love it because that's the one thing, if I was to critique, the third best alien movie, Alien Covenant, is that they did do a lot of it practically, but then they put CGI over the top of it, which was a shame.
I think the only thing you lose of it is to get the alien looking like skeletally thin and like insect-like, they kind of have to be CGI. Whereas I feel like it does look like a man in a costume at points, but I'm kind of into it. But I do think you just have to accept like they are going to look a bit more thick, And like sometimes some of the movements, I was like, that's like very human. The way it's jumping around.
But I find that creepy personally. I think the way it moves and when he's in the when it's chasing him in the hermit into the elevator, and then he's on the thing and he's like it's like 8 foot
yeah
big. I'm like, fuck yeah, I guess they are like 8 foot big when they stand up. And like just the way it was crawling, I was like, that looked good to me. Like I know there's certain
looks cool.
shots, but like I find that kind of eerie that it's there in a space where sometimes when it is too much to CGI, especially the big slobbery one we see in Covenant at times, I feel like it does lose its thing a little bit. But
I think the optimum is the James Cameron blend, or the Stan Winston blend, should I say? The practical close up.
Yeah.
Less movement. When it's the big movements, a bit more CGI is fine. Like actually,
but I think that's what they did in the second episode.
But this one I think is leaned a bit more practical.
Okay.
To the point where sometimes it's like, that's a guy in a costume running along, which is fine.
I didn't actually mind that. I didn't actually feel like it looked that bad. I must admit, because I think when it came to the big movements, they used the CGI, and I was like, oh, that's a good time too. Whereas like the first episode where it was more person in the costume, I actually thought that looked really good personally.
It's not a mark against it for me, but I think the slight optimum is like something like the 2004 Alien vs Predator. For all its faults, I think it does a perfect blend for the alien creature special effects. It's like the CGI to practical is a really good ratio, where like the shots where it's going to look really realistic, practical, and then the shots where it's going to do these like, for lack of a better word, alien movements are CGI. But yeah, I do get what you mean, that it does add like another uncanny quality when it's, because it always reminds me of in the first film when like it stands up next to Harry Dean Stanton. Like that is so clearly a guy in a costume, but like it makes it all the more creepy.
They're actually done a few really good. I feel like they've done that a lot in this show already. Of like, I think they understand about the alien that makes it so scary, particularly in the first movie, is when it's like blended into the environment, and then you're like, hold on, is that it? And then it comes out. They do that like several times.
Yeah. When it was like the really statue behind the Colonial Marine.
That one fucking got me. I was like, oh shit, I didn't even notice that was so clever. Yeah, I love that they're doing that, because I feel like he's what Noah Hawley's doing at the moment with it is that he's giving you what you like about Alien. He's giving you a little bit of what you like about Aliens, but he's also I do feel like he is leaning into the Ridley Scott later stuff as well, like playing more, focusing more on the synthetic stuff, on, like we said, the hybrid stuff.
And how can we push the idea of synthetics more?
Exactly.
How can we push the idea of it's about these companies vying for power?
Yes.
What is also, it's like, I think he understands that if we're going to expand it to 8 hours, we need to take decisive swings. You're going to see Earth. You're going to see what like an Earth city is going to look like.
What people are watching on Earth. I.e. Ice Age.
Bro, we need to talk about this.
Yeah.
I saw the Ice Age thing spoiled on Twitter. You know that shot of her with like...
And it cut the memory. Yeah.
No, but this is the thing. I thought... I saw people complaining, and I thought from the screenshot that it was going to be... She's a kid and she's watching Ice Age, and like the way the shot is composed, it's like the reflection... Or it's like the reflection of like what she's watching.
Yeah.
And then obviously like earlier on in the first episode... They're watching Ice Age. I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. So this is where it's going to get referenced. I didn't expect it to be like, actually later on, it's going to be like a really key plot point in her reconciling with her brother. But also, it's not, she's watching it in universe. No. It's not diegetic. It comes up as like a thought bubble. Yeah. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't believe it.
No, yeah. And actually, that's actually like some of my critique actually on this show so far is they keep doing this little flashback thing in the corner, and with that sort of stuff.
They've been layering stuff quite a lot.
And I don't like it. I must admit, there's something, it feels a bit... Remember corny, kind of lazy, not lazy, but kind of just a bit like... I don't know, like, do I need to see the bubble of it come up? Like, I don't know.
But then I do think it works with the synthetic, with Timothy Oliphant's speech at the end of, I think, episode 1, when it starts layering like...
No, I agree with that. I do agree with that.
That was good.
Yeah, that was good. Cool. I agree. But that one, particularly with the thing, I get what they were trying to do, but I was like, it's just a weird shot to look at.
It does take me out of it.
It does take me out of it.
It's also like one of those things like, it is personal taste.
Yeah.
But I think you can get away with that kind of pop culture in something like this when it's really old media. Like if they were watching like Black and White Mickey Mouse, and Black and White Mickey Mouse says something...
Or even Peter Pan.
Yeah, like it's so old.
Yeah.
Whereas like Ice Age, it's not it's like 20 years old or whatever. But it's like it's just so.
It is old, mate.
It is old. It is old.
It's old
Yeah,
to admit.
it is. It's like equivalent of,
very old in their universe.
it's the equivalent of when say we were young, something from the 80s, I guess.
Yeah.
So maybe it is our age that makes it feel weird. But I just think when it's like really old media that's like out of zeitgeist, then it doesn't break it as much.
I know you.
Like for example, the trick, Mr. Potter, is not minding the hurts with David.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's such an old movie that like it doesn't break the reality. It just feels like at home.
Yeah.
Whereas like if David had like I don't know like dyed his hair blonde and then shaved it to a 0 and had like Eminem music videos on and that was the guy that he really idolized.
Yeah, it'd be so weird.
Then that would be really weird.
David.
Mum's spaghetti.
You have to call me. I will now be known as Stan.
I stand the xenomorph, you see.
Just lose it.
She's banging on the like pod. What was it? Palms sweaty, knees weak, arms heavy. Oh, now. We can't let those palms get too Oh, God. Yeah.
No, but I do get what you mean. I do. It does feel very weird. Like the Reggie Jackson thing works for me because it's like 1977.
Yeah.
Baseball,
And it's like, it's 2 years before Alien came out. It's kind of like wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But like whenever it's too current a reference, I don't know, just weird.
But then I keep thinking in that universe, is it not really weird though? Because it's like, that's so old in their universe, isn't it? 1977.
Yeah, I kind of get away with that though.
No, I don't mind it.
I mean, that's just like history.
I don't mind
it's
history, but like, isn't there a bit where it kind of maybe I just got that bit, but there's a bit where it's like implied that he was almost watching it with his dad. Maybe his dad showed it to him. Maybe
sure, like
a highlight.
Like if we had media
watching
from 200 years ago, we'd probably watch it, wouldn't we?
I guess it's like I was watching a Jack Dempsey boxing match. Obviously, I was never there. But
I mean, if we hopefully can preserve a lot of media, which doesn't seem like we actually are, but like 80% of video games from the 2000s are like lost or something. It's crazy, isn't it?
It's crazy.
But yeah,
and
like
movies.
and movies. In this world, I don't mind that stuff so much. I just think it's when it's like and like the fact I can't believe they quote it.
Yeah, it's so funny.
Was it like open your heart or face my fury?
Yeah.
Facial furry what? That's mad. But also, it does tie in with like she's a kid.
Yeah,
of course. Like all her references are like kids' films.
Yeah.
I love that like she names herself Wendy.
Yeah.
They're the kids that are never going to grow up, aren't they? Like the base is Neverland. It's such a cool idea that this is how they're going to cheat death. I also like just like the world building we've got in these first episodes, like when they say that it doesn't work to put an adult in this body. That implies to me that they tried it before.
Yeah,
and that there was some fucked up result.
Yeah,
I was also wondering, is there going to be like they keep hammering home like you're the first person that's done this? Is that true? Like is the trillionaire going to get like cut by an alien? Actually, like he's got like a milky arm or something. Actually, or is Kirsch actually not aware that he's not a synthetic fully, or like he's, I could just see anything is possible. But I just think what is the success of this show so far is, as you say, so far so good. I'm invested. I'm enjoying all the new creatures. They're awesome. I'm enjoying the new characters. I'm enjoying all these like new ideas and new premises that we're getting. I'm enjoying the expansion of the alien world.
Looks great. Production design's great. Has its TV moments, but ultimately doesn't really feel like a TV show that we would have gotten 10 years ago. It was very much like, we can only do this now. There's a couple of moments of little dialogue or characters that I'm back like, that wasn't the best performance or best line, but overall, so far, I think it's been really good. And I'm intrigued. The most important thing is, I'm looking forward to what's to come.
I'm very excited. And I was not sure if an alien TV show could work, but I think so far they're doing all the right things. They're doing all the right things that I would want from this. Give me more aliens. Give me this eye monster. Yeah. We've all seen the xenomorph a million times, so just have it there. Yeah. Have it killing people. Give us back. Also, both episodes, lots of story, lots of character, but also bang for our buck. They haven't been like, we're going to drip feed this to you. It's going to be slow burn, or like the Disney Plus thing of like, this is basically just sugar for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Like I was worried going into this that it was going to be like what Alien Romulus is, but 8 hours, which is too long for that kind of like here's some new characters, and they meet an alien.
I like that we're not getting
more than
like, oh, another Ripley Light again. You know what I mean? I mean, I know obviously you could apply that, but it's like she's already different. She's a synthetic child. Like there's already interesting. There's so much.
Although I must admit, they do like their like 20-something brunettes, don't they?
Yeah.
Could we just have like a blonde lead?
Yeah,
or
yeah,
just
yeah.
just to mix it up.
Yeah.
Just to mix it up, you know? Like it's always like they've got to look a bit Ripley-esque, haven't they? Like, you know, like Catherine Waterston in Covenant, or Winona Ryder, Sydney Chandler, Kaylee Spaney. Like they're all the same genre.
Yeah.
All the same genre.
Yeah,
like, can we just mix it up?
Yeah,
you know.
it's true.
But yeah, I'm really positive about this. Yeah. I'm really intrigued.
Same.
I really hope they don't drop the ball. I don't think Noah Hawley will.
I hope not. Yeah.
And I can't wait to see what. There's going to be more reveals. There's going to be more.
Yeah.
We're gonna find out some more sinister things, particularly with this like trillionaire. Also, I can't wait to see like more of the politics between these companies.
And just seeing
power.
like, I didn't think I wanted an alien movie set on Earth, but now I'm like so intrigued with like, what the fuck is going on Earth? Also, I think it's really interesting that, you know, the Earth has, you know, seen this xenomorph before, you know, Ripley sees it in Alien 1.
This is something I wanted to actually bring up. Is I almost think it didn't need to be a prequel, and it's weird that it's taking place when it is. Yeah. Because I'm kind of like, I think the only problem with setting it on Earth is, to me, the fear of a xenomorph is if they ever got to Earth, it's game over.
Yeah.
How are we containing? Because surely, like, they're not going to take the xenomorph's not going to take over all of Earth by the end of the show.
I think it's going to get fucked up because obviously in the Resurrections.
Yeah, but how canon is that to this? It's so far in the future. I don't know.
I just imagine that the Earth was always built to its demise in this fucking universe.
I just think it's weird if, like, in 65 years, Aliens is a part of this, and like they seem like they know what the xenomorph is, but they're not like, yeah. Oh my god, these bugs that like destroyed Earth. So like, surely that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
And then also,
of course, that's true.
The whole hybrid thing. We haven't seen it play out yet. Maybe it's going to get revealed this whole hybrid thing is a botch, and like it can't work for XYZ. But
yeah, I'm not necessarily saying that it destroys the Earth immediately, but it's like it's the inciting incident to like years later. All these things, like you say, like they're all connected to this, all start falling apart.
But I still think the timeline's weird because that would be like 65 years at least. It's not happened, or it's weird they haven't mentioned it. But also, like with the hybrids, that feels like new technology rather than like prequel technology. Yeah, that feels like a new breakthrough.
Yeah, that's true.
Surely that's not going to work.
Surely, because otherwise, wouldn't a hybrid be on the mission with the aliens guys?
I mean, this is all like jigsaw puzzling.
Yeah, exactly.
But you know, ultimately, the strength of this again is that we can go off over here and this thing happens. But it implies to me that this is not gonna work. Like you can't just port these kids' consciousness into these synthetics, and I wonder how they're gonna cope with it as we go forward. Because like, I think particularly like the ginger girl, like she's not coping with this, and I think they're gonna start to feel a bit fucked up.
Definitely. I'm also intrigued, just like that little moment she had with her brother when she was like, "Oh, we held a funeral for you." What I think's interesting about that is like the dad specifically said that like he put her in this program. Like, why did they have a funeral for it then? Like, that's interesting. Like, obviously, they're not allowed to go back to their families either. The kind of deal is that you have to stay with that.
Well, I think this part of the bargain is like it's such a secret project, isn't it?
And then they can't talk to them because she wasn't supposed to mention her.
Well, I think it was that. I think Prodigy came to the dad and was like, "Look, your daughter's terminal. The one out we have and that you have is this experimental technology. But if you accept it, you got to pretend that she's died because this is so top secret that no one can ever know." And she says like, "I'd never be allowed to go home." So I think that was kind of like the trade-off. And I think the dad probably was like faced with this decision of like, well, I want my daughter to live at any cost, so I'm going to pretend that she's died. But yeah, I really like this brother-sister dynamic they've got going on. It's interesting. It's also an interesting parallel to like Rain and Andy. So I can see how that goes.
And also
one
just
synthetic.
It's funny people keep comparing it to Andor, and he's in both, isn't he?
Yes, so, yeah. But I could see it being Alien Andor.
Yeah, I can see that.
Hell yeah. But yeah, I think so far so good. A huge thank you to Dr. Chike and Peter Vaughan for being my full fat patrons. Your contribution to keeping the channel running is immeasurable. If you'd like to join the Patreon for for exclusive goodies, early releases of main videos, the podcast, video scripts, and a thank you in the credits, then please head on over to patreon.com/fullfatvideos to choose one of the paid tiers.